the poop though.
Hi guys, welcome to our podcast. Ooh.
Hi.
Today we're talking about shootings, and particularly
Particularly.
black people
Yep, black people.
getting shot up by the police or otherwise.
Mm-hmm. It's the dumbest thing ever. It's like I work a delivery job and I sometimes feel some type of way about getting out my car to deliver a phone when people standing outside. Or that's part of the time that's why I don't like doing delivery and setup in my car, because I could be sitting outside a customer's house and all it takes is for one person to see me get out of the car, walk up to their neighbor house. Police, there's a black man sitting outside my neighbor house. I think they're in trouble. I think they're in danger. Please help, come. And then next thing you know, police all over my vehicle. I'm already upset because I'm like, who the fuck called the police? I'm just doing my job. Why?
That's the thing I don't understand. If no one came at you like they feel like they're in danger, because I'm not saying it makes sense, but there are times where, like the one that you're talking about, like if a neighbor sees you in someone else's yard, mind your own fucking business, bitch.
Right.
Why the hell are you over here? Because never in my life, because I grew up in the suburbs, never in my life was I poking out, looking at what people got going on in their own yard, in their own space. That's your space, that's your business.
Yeah, I feel like as a neighbor, if I had a house and I'm doing my little morning routine, I'm in my little robe, I got my little coffee in my hand, I walk onto my front porch to breathe in some fresh air. If I see someone taking a crowbar to a car, taking a crowbar to a window, I hear things smash and break, yeah, I might call the police, because that's a little suspect, especially if I don't recognize the person.
Mm-hmm.
But if I see my neighbor, if I just see a car pull up and they get out the car, walk up to their door, and walk back to the car, and then they don't leave, why would I call?
Yeah,
that
business
could be
is that?
That could be a family member. That could be a family friend. That could be a delivery. People use their cars for deliveries now. He could be delivery. He could be Postmates, arriving 5 days later after they order their food.
I feel like they need to get away from the stigma that black people are bad people. Like that's does not correlate. If you see something that is actually suspicious, call the cops. That's fine. But don't take matters into your own hands like these guys did, where they stalked this guy that was jogging. Mm-hmm. First off, if someone is jogging around the neighborhood, whether you recognize them or not,
they could be on an extended jog.
That is none of your business.
It really isn't.
Even low-key, even if I see someone breaking into a car, if it's not my personal car, they probably got locked out of their vehicle. That's none of my business.
All right, it's different. Like, popping a lock is one thing. Taking a crowbar to the window is another.
Yeah. Because if that's your vehicle, of course you're going to try the safest way to get inside.
Yeah, you're not going to want to break the window, because if you break the window, you can't necessarily file a claim to get that shit fixed. Criminal report and all.
But I can't. I'm trying to see the other point of view. Like, ooh, what if I was racist? Would I be? And I just can't see it.
Yo, I feel like even if I was racist, I would just be racist from afar. I'd be like, ooh. And this is if I was a white person. I'd be like, ooh, look at that black person. I can't stand black people. Oh, they looked at me. Oh, let me look away. I'm minding my business in my own house. Because you know what? Even if I was racist, I would mind my own motherfucking business. Why am I gonna bother you? Why? Unless you coming up to my house trying to sell me something and I say I'm good and then you won't leave, will I be outwardly?
But no matter what color of your skin, if you do that, I'm gonna be pissed.
Exactly. Yo, low-key, I feel the same way about Jehovah's Witnesses. If we get a pushy Jehovah's Witness, I'm going to get buck with them. Like,
I low-key don't mind Jehovah's Witnesses. I invite them in, and I say, do you need water?
Please don't.
They walk around all day.
You can give them water, but please do not invite them into my space.
I invite them in.
I don't know what they have on their shoe. They've been in multiple people's homes today.
Okay, with coronavirus, I probably won't.
Beyond coronavirus, even before that.
But before that, I have, babe, you know me. Like, I don't mind listening to people's stories about, especially about religion. I find it very interesting.
Well, that's a story for another podcast, though.
Podcast number 2, Jehovah Witnesses.
Don't you mean like number 3 or 4? We lined up.
We lined up like a bunch of them.
Oh.
But on a serious note, I feel like if I'm going to end up raising black men, I feel like I don't want to be constantly worried about if they're gonna die just by doing something regular.
Yep.
It makes no sense. And I really feel for your mom who had like only boys.
3 black boys with strong personalities. And
Yes,
big
very,
heads.
yeah, you guys are all stubborn in your own way, and it's just...
We are not docile in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and I feel for her for the simple fact that sometimes she might be worried about it. Like, that stuff I know she prays about, making sure you guys are safe, because it's hard out here. It is hard out here for a pimp. It really is. And it's just like, there's nothing that is safe, you know?
You're right.
Because we've had people getting shot up, going to the movies, jogging, living their regular lives.
Being in their own apartment, doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Right, eating ice cream.
Not even just eating ice cream. Being raided in your own home. Protecting yourself because you see plainclothes people with a gun. Oh, they're police officers. Oh, they didn't adhere to how you shoot at people when you get shot at. Oh, they just blind firing. Oh, you killed my girl now because you blind fired back at me because I shot at you. Wow, she was an EMT. Good job. Y'all know what I'm talking about if y'all keep up with the news. So, but that's bullshit also.
But I also want to touch on the All Lives Matter thing because I was seeing that on Instagram where this girl, I don't know who put it up, but they had put up a post about Black Lives Matter and how we need to be doing more.
Right.
And in the comments, someone had commented, "All lives matter. Police shoot up white people all the time, and no one says boo hoo to that." And I'm just, to me personally, I feel like if you see an injustice, you have the right to protest. You have the right to say something. If you
don't piggyback though.
Yeah, like don't put in an all lives matter. If you feel like there's an injustice, do your research first and foremost. And if the research back up your claim, you have the right to say so. But not in that way. And not on someone else's post.
Yeah.
Because God forbid something happened to you, right? Like, oh, you broke your leg. If someone commented on it saying, oh, as long as all of your other bones aren't broken, you would feel some type of way. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
Because... I mean, like, seriously.
Like, oh, I broke my neck. I'm paralyzed from the neck down. Well, at least your bones. Oh, at least all your bones aren't broken.
Because, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if someone is focusing on Black lives, because these things happen now, back to back, within 24 hours, Black people getting shot up. Finally,
after people are rioting and protesting in the street, it still happens. You would think it would like be like back in the day when a black person gets shot, police comes to the other officer. Look, I understand that's what we do out here, but we gonna have to calm it down for a few months. Let the heat die down. But they don't even let the heat die down no more. They just do it back to back now. 1 nigga, 2 nigga, 3 nigga, 4 nigga. They all the same. Oh, is that a little black child? Come here, little son. Let me put you in some handcuffs and rough you up. Put my knee in your back. I'm telling you now, if someone puts handcuffs on my son for no reason, they better have their will up to date.
But you know what, though, also... is the fact that people are using this as justifying it. You know what I mean? Because if you think about it, Black people have been fighting for forever, low key, since slavery. So we're still.
Don't put slavery in anything. But it's been years since that's been over. Y'all got rights now. Okay.
But we had to fight for those rights. And at
Yeah.
the time, the white people at that time didn't believe we should.
Right.
They were screaming all lives matter. So you can see how we feel like y'all keep trying to make it seem like what we want isn't important.
It's like we let you guys free and said y'all could live in regular housing. Well, what more do y'all want?
Right.
The ability
Exactly.
to walk the street and not get bad looks when people grip their purse. Like, you know what?
Even before slavery was abolished, they were fucking black men and saying what's wrong with that. You know what I mean?
When in Rome, it was the Romans.
Really? Look it up. For people that don't believe, fucking look it up.
All those hoity-toity,
And
high-mighty white slave owners was like, you know what? White girls ain't shit. I don't like white girl booty. See that nigga over there? He got a fine ass. They want themselves a double wide with muscles from the field. That's what they want. White niggas. White motherfuckers. They love...
And that was used as a tool to break their spirit. And that's why there's a huge fear in the LGBTQ community as well, in the black community, because you don't see it as much as you do in the white community. Because even if someone comes out as gay, for the old black people, they'd be like, oh, that's some white people shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that stigma is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's so much that we were taught during years of slavery that is instilled in our spirits.
Yep.
And it's something that's going to take a long time to unteach. And white people need to be helping us along the way to get back to being human beings instead of pushing it back like it didn't happen.
Right. Oh,
Evolution is real, bro.
I always hate the ones who try to act like shit never happened. Like, what?
Because, no, seriously, if you beat on someone for generations, that is going to change something inside of that type of person in that generational line.
Yep.
It's fucking science.
That's true. But you know, I do feel like, let's just hope that with all this interracial marriage going around, that some people knock some sense into each other and raise some good little mixed children that go roll up to be Obama and change rules and stuff. Or let's just be all black and change rules. Shit, fuck it.
I mean...
But, you know, let's just hope that half step is a bridge to solve things. You know?
We're almost at 13.
Yeah. But, you know, that's it for the podcast.
It's the end of the podcast. Do 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 do.